And welcome to this edition of Utah Business Matters, your weekly television window to small business here in the state of Utah. And we begin today in Layton, Utah at the headquarters for the Young Automotive Group. 4 generations and still going strong of unsurpassed care in the automobile industry.
My earliest recollection of the automobile business was my grandfather, Jack Olson, and he had a dealership in Morgan and a dealership in Layton. And while I was going to college, my dad kind of said, well, for the summer you need to earn some money to go for the next semester. So he asked me to come and do the finance department. After I'd made what I felt at the time was a pretty good living, enough to take me through the next semester, I never left. We were on Main Street in Layton. We had one store. It was a Chevrolet store. My dad and my uncle were the dealers. My grandfather was the owner. My dad had a meeting with all the managers, and it was at the Ogden Golf and Country Club. And we were having dinner, and at the end of the dinner he stood up and said, beginning tomorrow, Spence will be the general manager. At that moment, he turned it over, and of course, my wife and I, as we drove home, we were kind of shocked that, okay, now you get to run everything. And I wondered if the transition, how that would go to be supervise everybody that was, 10 or 20 years older than me. And that was a little bit of a difficult transition. We lost some people because of that. In my mind was a direct decision to say, hey, if we're going to ever keep and retain top managers and bring up new people, they're always looking for an opportunity. The only way I could do that was to expand. Now we have 6 stores and the racetrack, I think 10 or 12 franchises.
He always preached, you got to work for what you earn. And I've always valued that. I've seen him do the same thing.
I have 6 children. They're all involved in the business.
There's a little bit more pressure with a family member in the business, especially being a general manager or any type of manager within the dealership or any of our stores. Because you've got to prove yourself double.
One car dealership is like running 6 departments all at once. You got a service department, just like a repair shop out there. You got a body shop, just like a collision repair center out there. You got a parts department, just like a parts house out there. You got a new car department, a used car department, a finance department, then you got an office that kind of gathers them all up. So you're running 6 businesses all at once.
He's always traveling everywhere to all the different stores or our racetrack, but it's fantastic to work with him.
In '89, we bought the Pontiac Cadillac GMC store. Currently, now it's just a Buick GMC store. Well, I negotiated with a gentleman in Ogden that had Avis franchise, and I bought his Avis rental franchise and sales franchise and opened Avis in Ogden, which has been just a smashing success. 10 years ago, we opened up a used car lot here in Kaysville, knowing that we'd build into a new car dealership, and then acquired the Kia franchise and put it in there. And finally, after a long 1.5-year negotiation process, bought the Subaru store in Ogden. Everybody asked me, why did I get involved in racing? One, a legitimate business opportunity. We thought, we were so northern Davis County focused that we wanted to expand our circle of influence. We have 250,000 fans that come through there every year, and there's 1,800 racers and their teams and families. If you go outside the state, everybody knows Bonneville Salt Flats, Salt Lake City racing. Everybody knows that. So with that history, we said, we would like to give back to the community and build on that history. And then lastly was just to have fun.
General manager definitely is a lot bigger responsibility, a lot more stress. If I was to describe it, it's been tough, and that learning curve. What do you worry about the most? And when you think about that, you think, okay, inventories, all the cars on our lot, the building, all the maintenance. Is that the most important part? It's really not. It's the asset that we have, which is our people.
I think we can compete and have the synergies that big guys have. I think we've been very fortunate to have a very strong management team that's been with me for many, many, many years.
It's tough being the general manager because you worry about each and every person in each department. Some are new, I don't even know their names, they started yesterday, but you still worry about them making a good living for their family and also making a career here at Young Chevrolet.
I think our strategy is to not only keep it a family business, but also give my good managers that have helped build this business the opportunity to own some of it and to grow.
The life lessons he's always said, again going back to employees, always value your employees. Always spend time with them on the front lines. Don't sit in your office, be available to them. Let them be involved in the growth, in our success, and when doing that, it lets people feel like they're part of the crowd, part of our family.
You could have the best product, the best processes, the nicest looking facility, and if you have poor people, you'll fail. So I try to teach my son, my general managers, that it's the people that make you successful.
He's been fantastic. He's instilled in me discipline, a certain type of regimen, planning, but also how to work with people, how to treat people, and to be fair.
I guess I'd like people to think, as far as a work environment, employees to think, he was very open and aggressive in helping us be successful. As far as outside, I would like them to feel that he was a very honest and ethical, good guy that contributed a lot to the community.